Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jesper and on this channel here we are talking about skincare, haircare and all those sort of things that are supposed to make you good for a really long time. And one of the things that we have spoken a lot about on this channel here, that is amino acids. They are really important, and you get it every day when you are eating your food. Your food consists of amino acids. And today we are going to talk about something called Betain, and that is basically something that is called trimethylglycine, and that is a glycine where you have three methyl groups attached to it, and that is very important in the body because these methyl groups, they are coming off one by one, and they are helping with various processes in the body, so it's very important. But it also does something else, and that is that it is a humectant, and that means that it will draw in moisture. So if you put it on your skin, it will make your skin being moisturized, and that means that it works in the same way as glycerin. And I'm sure you know about glycerin, and when you put that on your skin, then usually you feel that you're constantly sort of like wet on the skin, and it's sort of like a little bit the same feeling. But something like Betain, it also does something else, and you might have heard about something called arbutin, and people, they are very much into like oh, I would like to lighten my skin, and I would like to reduce dark spots on the skin and that sort of a thing, so sun damage and that sort of thing. And that is when your body is basically producing too much melanin, and it is so that when you are producing melanin, then you can use something like this Betain, and that will sort of like stop the process of producing melanin, and it's actually rather good at it. And when you're looking up scholarly articles, and I will link to one you can read yourself, then you actually find out that it's actually a whole lot better than arbutin. But arbutin you're hearing a lot about, and you don't hear that much about Betain, because that is basically usually something you hear about in the sense of bringing the moisture to the skin. But actually it's quite a good little molecule, basically because it does these two things at least, and it does other things as well when it enters the cell. But here we're just talking about how it can actually sort of like lighten the skin, and it can moisturize the skin at the same time. But how are you supposed to use it? Is there an easy way of doing it? And of course you can just take it and you can sort of like dilute it in water, and then dissolve it in water, and then splash it on your face. But what I have thought about doing, and have been doing that for a little while, that is basically that I'm adding it to my hyaluronic acid. So I have a little bottle here. It looks like this, and there is there was about 30 milliliter in this one here. And what is it for a hyaluronic acid that I am using, and what kind of Betain am I actually using? Well, I use the Betain from a company called Bulk Supplements, and I have nothing to do with them. It's just I find that that is for me the easiest way to buy it, and also the cheapest. So what kind of hyaluronic acid do I actually add it to? Well, I have spoken before about how I am making my own little sort of a concoction of these hyaluronic acids. So basically what I do is I take some sheet mask, and I find the ones that I like the most, and then I basically just mix them. And I have shown you another video about how you can do that, and you can sort of like see some of it behind me here. But one of the sheet masks that I like to use, that is this 2 million probiotic thing from Garnier, and it's called Garnier Skin Active, and I have nothing to do with them. So I bought this with my own money. And this basically it's super easy. I mean, you can guess it. You just cut a hole, and you take a rolling pin, and then you just squeeze it out, and then you hold this bottle underneath with a funnel in it, and there you go. That's pretty easy. But how do I add the Betain, and how much do I actually add? Well, what I add is I have this spoon here, and you can see that I've been used. So just have a little look at how the Betain is looking. I mean, it's not very interesting. It looks completely like if it was sort of like a sugar. So it's sort of like it looks like this, and it has a sort of like a slight unpleasant odor. But I think that when you put it on your face, I mean, if you put a lot on, you might be able to smell it a little bit. I don't think anyone else will be able to smell it. But how much do I add? If I have this one here, and this is about 30 milliliter in this one here, I add at the moment 2 of these spoons here, and this is a 5 milliliter spoon. So I just put these 2 in, and I just do it through the funnel. So it's easiest to put it through before you put the hyaluronic acid through, because then it will not go sticky and all that sort of thing. And then you just basically just shake it up. So I've been using this concoction here for I would say maybe a little bit more than a week, and I definitely feel that it helps with the plumping up the skin. And the reason is, of course, that you have hyaluronic acid that will hold on to water, and so like it's sort of like a plump effect. But when you have the Betain in it as well, then the Betain will actually make sure that it draws in moisture from the air to the hyaluronic acid, sort of like constantly having the hyaluronic acid being sort of like activated all the time. So this hyaluronic acid that will basically be working all the time. So when do I put it on? Well, as I said, it has sort of like a little sort of like a smell, sort of like maybe a soury, fishy sort of smell. And if you are digesting it, you could take it as a supplement. Then you might when it's gone through your body, all those bodily liquids, it will sort of like maybe smell a little bit fishy, so you don't want to take too much of it really. But I use this stuff here in the evening, and I just basically put it on as the last step before I put a moisturizer on top, which is not something super special moisturizer or anything like that. I like to have all the things that are being put on my skin to be doing something. I use that in serums, and then I just have a basic cream to lock it in. And sometimes I just use mineral oil mixed with Vaseline, and then a little bit of water in order to mix it, and then have it easily distributed on my skin. And that obviously looks a little bit greasy, but it is in the evening when I go to bed, so it doesn't really matter. So in the morning, will I be adding this stuff again? No, I won't, because that will sort of like be a feeling of stickiness on the skin all day long, and that might not be that nice, and it might not work well under makeup and that sort of thing. So that could be an issue if you're using makeup. But what I actually do is that in the morning, and I've said that before, I don't go and wash my face. I clean my eyes and things that needs to be cleansed, brush my teeth and that sort of thing, but I don't wash my face as such. I just basically reactivate with a bit of water on the skin. And you can do that with a spray bottle. Obviously, I just have normal plain water, tap water in a spray bottle. That is far the easiest, and I live in a country where it is possible to use water that way, so that's great. I'm in England, and just spray it on and let it sink in. And another thing you can do is that actually when you are putting it on in the evening, you can just let it sink in, and then if it has just sunk in, then you can spray some water on it again, and then you can just let that sink in, and then you get a whole lot more moisture into your skin, and then you can lock the whole moisture thing in with a cream. And that is basically what I have been doing, and I definitely feel that my skin is a lot more sort of like dewy and that sort of thing, and it feels like it's a lot more plump as well. But obviously, as I've said, I've spoken about it before recently, is that I also take something like a Q10, and you can see videos about how I do that, and that definitely has also helped with my skin. But lately, to just do something that you can put on your skin and that's easy to do, then just take your hyaluronic acid and then add the Betain to it, and you can do a little bit less than I did, and you can maybe do a little bit more, but it's sort of like, it depends on how sort of like sticky you would like your skin to be. And yes, it can be a little bit like that when you are putting your cheek on the pillow, and you want to move your face, then it sort of like get stuck a little bit to your pillow. And yeah, that's just how it is if you like to look good and moisturize your skin properly and thoroughly good and all that sort of thing. Then there are some sort of drawbacks as well, but I think they are minor, and it doesn't really matter to me. So I would say that is basically what I've done for a while now, and I feel that it works rather well. And if you look at my skin, obviously my skin is white or whitish, and obviously it's not white, but it's what you would call white skin, and I don't have any sort of like dark spots or anything like that I would like to lighten, or freckles or anything like that. But my husband, he does have more like freckles and sort of things, because it was he was blonde when he was a child, so obviously his skin was a lot more sensitive to the sun, and even that you were using sunscreen. But back in the days, it was usually only when you went on holiday that you did that, because it's many years ago. So today, obviously, you're using more like a sunscreen every day you go out and that sort of thing, so more aware of that sort of thing. But just to say that what I have noticed on his skin is basically that I said to him the other day, well, it's a bit like that your skin has become a little bit more so like even. You can still see some of these sunspots. It's not like it went away overnight. It's not like that. But it feels like when you look at the skin, it becomes more sort of like evenly colored. And also I would say that it becomes a bit thicker, so something like if you could see blood vessels in the skin, it feels like they have become less visible. So again, if you were a blonde person when you were a child, then most likely you will notice that your skin is not as thick, and therefore something like blood vessels, that sort of thing, are more visible, and you are more prone to have these dark spots coming on the face as you get older. But definitely I would say this doesn't cost a whole lot, and if you have hyaluronic acid anyway, you can just add this Betain to it, and after maybe a week or 14 days, I'm pretty sure you will notice a difference. And I think that you will straight away notice a difference after a couple of hours, that your skin will be a little bit sticky, and it will sort of like draw in moisture a lot more to your skin than if you did not use it. So yes, those were the words. So as I said, this one here is one I like. There are other ones as well. This one here, I haven't tried this one yet. There's one I need to try, and I have this one here I need to try as well. And I a long time ago tried this one here, and I really can't remember anything about it. It tells me it's not something I'm gonna buy again. I remember it as being milky, kind of like ish on the skin. It wasn't something I thought I needed a whole lot more of it. And then this one here, and I should say this one here, where it has this grapeseed extract, and I will make a video about grapeseed extract and how you can use that on your skin, and what sort of issues that might be with something like this. So yes, those were the words. If you like this more of this sort of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell, and do all those things you must do in order to be notified when I upload more of this sort of videos. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.